was once being celebrated all over the world. All over the world. Countries like China, South Korea, and all these things we are seeing today. Go and check our situation in 1980. Was not in any way to be compared with us. Today they become something we need to emulate. Today we are being reminded about level of education. I listened to the chairman when he was talking, and he said, Singapore. Chairman, I don't compare Singapore with Nigeria anyway. I'm one of those who don't do that. One is the two things, I don't compare third world and first world. The reason this one is third, the other one is first. So always compare third world with third world. Two, Singapore is just about 5-6 million people, and we're 200 million people. But if you compare us with Africa, it will shock you. The Nigerian budget for education, a country of 200 million people, our budget for education in the past 6 years, 2015 to 2021, 6 years, is not up to, is barely 50%, but not up to the same budget of South Africa, the second biggest country. Their budget for 1 year, 2021, is just barely about 50-60% of that. Our budget for 6 years, 200 million in population, and they are 60 million. South Africa, another third world country. That is the level of crisis we face.
Civil war.
And nobody cares. So what has happened? We now live in a country where Nigeria, that used to be very safe, is now classified among the most terrorized country of the world. We are now among the highest in terms of kidnapping. Yesterday, he was talking about education. UNESCO said our out of school have increased to 20 million. Yesterday, go and Google it. 1st of September. We now have the highest number of people living in poverty. In fact, we have more people living in poverty than India and China combined. These two countries is a total of 2.8 billion. We are 200 million. How did we get here? We've overtaken India in infant mortality. If you go, India is 1.4 billion and with 200 million. But we're overtaking them. Our youths are not doing anything. Drug prevalence among our youth is the highest in the world, 14.8, when the average is 5.8. The crisis just continues like that. How did we get here? It's cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. Where the leaders have chosen not to do the right thing, and the followers have been insanely complacent. Because you can't blame only the leaders. The followers are also insanely complacent. They've chosen to just celebrate criminality and bad governance. We're part of it. And that is what part is telling you, that we've chosen to say no to this. We must start changing it. We must start dealing with it. How are we going to deal with it? Chairman related to that. I will not be speaking, I will be speaking from what the chairman has charged and everything. Chairman, I know how important education is. But we'll start by securing the country. Let nobody tell you We can't deal with security. It's not true. We've not decided. We can't have a situation where we have a country where non-state actors and criminals have taken over and are stronger than the government. One must be in charge, either the government or the criminals. It is only in Nigeria that they give you excuse. Somebody is kidnapped, taken into the bush. The kidnappers are phoning the family of the victim, telling him where to keep the money. And if the victim becomes sick, doctor goes to see him. They are still talking with the family on phone. They know where they are going to keep the money. They know everything, but police don't know where they are. But they are using phone. My brother declared emergency in power 3 weeks ago. Am I right? And said that every South African or company can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. Somebody that is generating 50,000 declared emergency. The person with 4,000 is keeping quiet. That is enough to shut down the entire country until we generate power. The same thing in Egypt. Egypt declared emergency in power. And in 5 years, moved from about 20,000 to about 50,000. But we are not declaring emergency because it's not necessary. They don't care. Today, we are the only country in the world, apart from Venezuela, the only OPEC country. The only OPEC country, apart from Venezuela because of sanctions, that is not meeting its oil quota. At the time, oil price is high. Venezuela is because of sanctions. At the time, we need every dollar. And this is the ATM, greatest source of earning dollar. Every other person is asking, can they increase their quota? But our quota is 1.8 million barrels a day. And we're not meeting it. Throughout the month of July, on the average, our daily quota was 1,083,000. So every day we could not do 717,000 of what we are supposed to do. Throughout the month of July, 31 days, we lost 22,227,000 barrels. And throughout that month, the average sale was about 110. So we lost $2,445,000,000, which if you use the rate, I told them when I spoke to the lawyers, I said, because every time I use rate of my own official rate, their own official rate is 410, mine is 660. And they will argue, why would I use that rate? I said, because that is the rate that is available to me and every other person. That one you will use. There's the other people can get it. We can't get it. So I use the one that is available to us. I said to them, if your rate is 410, mine is 690. Combine the two of them, it will give us 1,100 divided into 2. So we can find our rate 555. And if you multiply it with that, you see that we lost 1 month. We lost 1,344 billion in 1 month. This is a country that is borrowing everything. Just to tell you how bad, this is a country that needs all the money. And you're losing this one. You're losing this because you could not contribute to your quota. This is something you can earn legitimately. The same country, between April by end of April, January to 30th of April, that country earned 1,630 billion as revenue, federal revenue. The expenditure of government within the same period was 4,720, a deficit of 3.1 trillion naira within that 4 months, and you're losing this one. How do you know that oil is not sweet? It's not something you can go to the shop and put in your pocket. For oil to be stolen, a vessel must come in. And no vessel can go into another country without approval of the Navy. Or it will be war. So again, it's official.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The list is endless. So we will deal with stealing. We will deal with corruption. Let nobody tell you can't stop corruption. It's not true. And if it is not true, go and say that Peter will be telling you this night, you can't stop corruption. If you're not stealing, you, who is the person, local government chairman, governor or president, if you are not stealing, so you're not corrupt. So we count you as number one. If your wife and children are not stealing, they are not stealing. So number two. If those around you are not stealing, you reduce it by 70%. And I've gone throughout America and I challenge all of you like I've challenged every other person. I was governor of Anambra State in 8 years. Because why do I say so? I have been governor. I've traveled everywhere in the world. From South Africa to London to Atlanta to everywhere. When you arrive, it will shock you that it's Nigerians who tell them, this person has bought a house here, this person has bought here, you can buy here. Why would Peter buy a house in America? I don't live in America. I don't intend to live in America. You live in America, so you need to own a house in America. I'm just here for one night. I'll leave tomorrow. And everybody who have known me since I've been coming to Atlanta, at least I come maybe once every year or that. I have never stayed in this town more than one night. And that one night cannot cost me more than $300 in a hotel.
I hear you. I hear you.
So tell me why a person who will need to spend, let's say $500, let's say it comes 2 times in a year. So it's about $1,000. So every year he spends $1,000, but he goes to use about $1 million to buy a house, keep it empty, and then pay taxman and everything $20,000 or $30,000 to keep it. There's something wrong. Sickness. And our people encourage it.
Exactly.
And when he calls them there and says, do you housewarming? Even call a pastor to come and pray. He will go. And all of you will attend this. Please, I beg you, call police.
Oh, yes.
You know where the money came from. Let him not tell you that I used to have the money before. I used to have money before. But I will not use my hard-earned money to buy an empty house. Go to me anywhere. It's not possible. That's why I have not bought one. That I will not buy. These are things we can do. And I tell Nigerians something, because those in Nigeria are helpless. We can help you. All these things you see me this night, taking your time, and I'm thanking you for your sacrifice. It's 2023. it will not be about tribe. Do not vote for me because I'm an Igbo man. Do not vote for me because I'm from Southeast. Don't vote for me because I'm a Christian. Don't. The North don't have better electricity. Katsina is not safe because the president is from Katsina. Neither can people go to Kaduna. He has not solved anything. The North is insecure. The poor people in the North are not buying bread cheaper. Same thing in the Southeast, same thing in the Southwest. So it's not a tribal issue. There's nowhere Christians buy rice cheaper or bread cheaper, or they have a road they can drive that is done only for Christians. It's our turn. But the people that is their turn now, do they have uninterrupted electricity? Because it's their turn. So it's not about turn. It's not about connection. There's 18 of us contesting to be president. What I want you to do is not to say, Toby is your man. Listen to 18 of us. Not through proxy. Nobody should send anybody to come and tell you. They have to come physically. They are sitting there like this. And they'll stand the way I'm standing now and tell you what they want to do. They shouldn't sit down. That's what we want to do. That's why elections are run all over the world. You listen to Biden, you listen to Bush, you listen to Obama, you listen to... That's how it's run everywhere. It's only in Nigeria that some people are running around, some people are sitting down. And the people are keeping quiet. And they tell you that is why. It's the entitlement. It's my turn. It's not going to be. 2023 election is going to be about character we can trust, about competence, about capacity, and commitment to start building a better Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you.